What up, everybody? It's your boy K Ray 06 here back on K Ray TV, and we are here to discuss an All American Season 3 hot topic. Where do they go from here? Is their friendship over? And I'm talking about Layla, Olivia, and Spencer. As we see in episode 7, Layla asked Spencer what happened in Vegas, and Spencer basically gave her a recap of what went down, and him confessing his love to Olivia, they kissing, and also, with Layla and him sleeping together. Episode 8 is pretty much going to show the fallout, and I want to give my thoughts on where I think they're going to go from here. I shared a little bit of my thoughts in the episode 8 preview for the promo that they showed, but I really want to give a deep dive into here. All right, so without further ado, let's go into this thing. So Spencer, let's start with Spencer. I really did a deep dive on the episode 7 review recap. If you haven't seen it, I'll plug a card somewhere above, and it'll also be in at the end of this video too. You'll see it. But I really went into the mental state of Spencer. Let's pick apart that just a little bit. Spencer has always had a solid in his life, and that has been Coop. Coop has always been his solid no matter what has transpired in his life, and also his family like Grace and Dylan. But Coop outside of that has always been his rock. And she knew about his pop. Like every time he needs to talk, he will talk to Coop, because Coop will give it to him straight. No matter what's going on, she gonna give it to him straight. And she always pushed him to be better. Go to Beverly, be better, everything. When he went to Beverly, Olivia started to become that Coop in Beverly. Like, she's the one that encouraged him to talk to his dad, and like every time he needed an ear, she was always there to help him out. And those two became his like solid foundation outside of his home. Spencer has abandonment issues. We know that because his father left him at an early age, and that made him develop wrath, made him develop anger, where he was fighting so many times, getting in trouble at school, to where his mom pleaded for Billy to come help him out to get him transferred to Beverly, because she like, he ain't gonna make it here. I don't know what else to do. He's always angry. He's always angry because he didn't know why. He didn't know why his dad left. He felt like it was his fault, and that birthed the many ites and the many jumping to conclusions we got to see from season 1 and season 2. Season 3, Spencer has matured a lot, but the basis of that feeling of abandonment is still there. He's in therapy now, but it's still there. He has not dealt with that yet. Especially with his father dying. He got him back, and then he left for no reason, so he felt like he was abandoned again. Then he got him back for that like day or whatnot, and then he died. Like, you have that sense of abandonment for forever. And him reading these letters and stuff, that is kind of like helping him mend. But his two rocks, Coop and Liv, I believe they are going to leave him. Well, Coop has already left him, but I believe Liv is going to get some extra space as well. Coming off him telling Layla how he feels about Olivia. Liv haven't told that to anybody. She hadn't even said anything to Spencer. Spencer's been wanting to talk to Liv this entire time, saying we ain't gonna talk about the summer, we ain't gonna discuss this, and she's been saying like, maybe it's the space, maybe we need the space, and no, I don't want to talk about summer, leave summer in the past. Why everybody keep talking about summer? She does not want to discuss summer. Spencer said he loved her and everything, and she didn't say anything back. You see what I'm going here? Coop has already left him, even though I felt some type of way about that scene, because he talking about we said everything, so it's peace in that. That's bull crap. Like right now, especially right now after the Layla thing, he is gonna need Coop. He's gonna need Coop, and it looked like he was looking towards going to Coop in the episode 8 promo. Looked like he was going over there or wanted to go over there to talk to her. She's always been that rock to help him, not Jack from Titanic, just sit down there and die. Like she always like helped him pull him back up, and now she's acting like she cutting ties with everything, school and Spencer. So she's leaving, and then I believe when Layla blindsides her, talking about you can have Spencer and all this, and I'm done with him and all this crap. I feel like she's gonna feel some type of way for being caught off guard. Even though that was never his intention, I think she's going to feel some type of way and is going to be like, yo, I need my space even more now from everybody. And you forget, she's still going through stuff. So I think she's going to leave Spencer. Coop is going to continue to be ignorant for a while. And Spencer is going to be forced to deal with this alone. Darnell is gone. Jordan is cupcaking. I mean, he has Coach, but is he really going to tell Coach, yo, I'm secretly in love with your daughter? I mean, you ain't been paying attention, so you obviously can't see it either, just like her brother. But no, he's going to be talking about Crenshaw. He's going to be talking about football, and he's going to dive into football. I feel like Spencer is going to put everything into football, and that is not going to be good. Not going to be good. You ain't dealt with the Coop situation. I feel like Liv is another stuck point because you can't tell people how you feel. Your feelings wasn't reciprocated. It's a whole lot of stuff, and then you trying to be the savior of Crenshaw. I feel like you are going to be depressed for a while. So get used to that face. I may be wrong, but get used to that face. I feel like Spencer is going to be hurting for a while, and that's what we're going to have with him. I think that's where he's going to be going. Going to be trying to save Crenshaw and going to therapy and trying to work through this thing. Maybe during therapy is going to teach him how to become stronger on his own without relying so much on his foundation of being Coop and Liv, but maybe teach him how to build his own solid foundation so that he knows how to address these problems. But as of right now, we're going to see him going through it. Liv. Again, I feel like Liv is going to separate herself. I feel like Liv is going to take time to, get away. And then I feel like they're going to finally focus on what they should have been focusing on is her recovery. Her return to sobriety. I do want to see more stuff from her, like her teaching people how to dance at the rec center, her podcast, and her many other ventures. Like, I do want to see that outside of the group. Maybe show her with Kia a lot and show her with her sobriety. I don't know who. Someone said in the comments that Asher was going to be the one to help her get back on the wagon because, his dad was alcoholic, so he'll spot it. But I don't know now what his little raggedy performer is talking about. Maybe we'll get back to being friends. Like, cut it out. Like, I don't know who's going to help. Like, I would want it to be Jordan. Like, Jordan should be so in tune. He should be so dialed in because he found Liv OD. And I know he tried to turn it off, or he did turn it off because that was the scariest moment of his time, but he recognized that and said he was going to be there for her. So be there for her, my guy. You don't even know her and Spencer got to something. Like, I hope Jordan, actually steps it up and helps her recover and then becomes that bridge for her and Spencer to finally, reconnect. So I think it's going to take a while. Like, for the people that are saying, like, oh, they both single, they're going to get together right away. I don't think that's going to happen. And if they do get together, it will not work at this moment. They might be the right people for each other, but it's not the right time. Spencer has a whole lot he has to deal with. Liv has a whole lot she needs to deal with. Together, it will not work at this apparent time. They need to go off separately and deal with their stuff so when they reconnect, it will be better. And I hope that Jordan is actually the bridge to do that. Because he knows Spencer and he should know Olivia the best. I mean, they share the womb. Like, he should know her the best. So I think that'll be a great time to show Jordan step it up and then help him, because he'll understand and see different dynamics. And then maybe Simone can throw in her 2 cents too, as long as it ain't no lip. I still ain't forgave you for the lip you tried to give at the wedding. Like, I appreciate that. But maybe that. But I really do think that Liv is going to separate herself from getting blindsided by Layla, and she is going to go off and have her own storyline apart from the gang, probably except for Kian, a few others. Layla, oh girl Layla. I think Layla is going to try to dig into music, but I also think she's going to sleep with Christian. The guy that, the guy that was sitting there saying that Patience signed the NDA and all this, and who you think taught me? I learned from JP. Like, I think she's going to sleep with him as a rebound. I don't know if that's going to develop into a relationship. Like, I need to see the scene so I can, like, see if he's going to stick around or not. But I think she's going to, jump into her work and end up jumping into the sack with old Christian. Someone did tell me, and Naomi Beauty Mind did say that she thinks, or it's possible that Christian is Rochelle's brother. What was that guy named? Something Mosley, the booster. The guy I hate, dude. I hate it. But she thinks that's his son because I believe his last name was Mosley. Man, if they bet not, like, even if he's your son, don't bring him back. Don't bring that booster back. Bring Rochelle Fonself back, but don't bring the booster back. Like, the daddy, like, do not bring him back. I want to, like, bust him all up in his mouth the entire time he was there in season 2. Like, bruh, if you don't go take 7 seats somewhere, like, I can't. But I think Layla is going to fall into that, and I don't know where her storyline is going to go besides the work and the tour. Like, I don't know, like, when she's going to, like, circle around and have a conversation again with Spencer or have a conversation again with Liv. She might, she could be petty and her and Coop probably join the Vindictive Betties against Spencer, since, they both beefing at the moment. But besides her sleeping with Chris, I don't know exactly how far she's going to go. I do hope she develop as a producer and then show her, doing that route. And when they all get back together again, it is going to be a spicy conversation or a spicy episode, because we got so much to say. Also, habits. I know this is about characters too. Like, Liv, when she slept with Asher, she pushed everybody away, especially Layla. She pushed Layla away and kept her as a distant because she didn't want to hurt Layla, and that's Liv's go-to. This is what she was doing to Spencer. When she got caught off guard, because there's other people involved, I don't want to do this. We need to think about it. I'm sorry, Spencer, and bounce. I know I went hard on her on the episode 7 recap review by putting her in my downright disrespectful. So here I want to go into the mindset a little bit of the characters too. Like, Liv is a person that's always the fixer, always the protector. She always goes out her way to try to help someone. She never wants to be the person to hurt anyone. That's her MO. She slept with Asher. She like, nah, I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to be friends with her when I know I got this secret. And she was keeping it that way until Layla was like basically trying to get their friendship rekindled. Because to her, we was friends one day and then we wasn't. So Layla like pushed to be a friend, and she's, she kept And then when the secret came out, even though she jabbed back a little bit, she still went out her way to be friends with Layla. She was the one that came in when Layla was destroying her house, and saying that, someone broke in. Like, she came in there watching when Layla was destroying everything. She tried to set up the intervention, and even when Layla was like getting at her mama and her and whatnot, when she threw the party for the twins, she was over there, Layla. Like, she was still like, trying to care for her. she went to see her while she was locked up, you know, when she was doing her depression stuff. And she like went to go see her every time. And then they even picked her up. Same with Asher. She, when he was on steroids, she told her dad so he can help. She went over there, got his daddy back up on his feet, cooking eggs and all this other stuff. When Asher was about to miss his dang tryouts, like she did that's her MO. She's a fixer and she's a pusher. So when Spencer gave his his feelings, when he unraveled that package, when he just dropped that load on her, it was kind of like too much. Even though she seen the writing on the wall when they were at the wedding, and she was staring and he stared back. Even people usually they stare and the other person like turn their head, like they stare right back, like bam bam. And she knew it. She knew all the feelings she had that she's never spoken. They was basically talking without talking. And she knew that for the first time Spencer sees her. In that moment he see her. And she got everything that he was saying. So she was trying to bounce already. When he came into the room, she was already packing and said, I shouldn't have came here. And he said, I called you here. I wanted you to be here. That's why I called you to be here. And then I don't think she knew that he was going to say everything, because he kissed her and he said everything. Everything. And for a person to look at a person from afar for so long, to be their rock, to be their friend, to even go date somebody else, you don't really expect that. You may dream of that, you may think of that sometimes, but you don't expect that. And he just came out and dropped all that on her, and her default clicked on. Instead of thinking about her happiness, or instead of even thinking about Spencer's happiness, she thought about everyone else's happiness. She thought about Layla. Well, this is gonna crush Layla. It's gonna crush Asher. Like, there's other people involved, so I don't want to hurt nobody, so I'm gonna back up. But she forgot that by backing up, you're actually hurting Spencer, the person you care for the most. Like you are destroying Spencer. You know he got abandonment issues. He just poured his heart out to you, and you didn't reciprocate anything. The only thing you left him with is, I'm sorry, I can't. And you left. Didn't answer the phone, nothing. Bounced. So, like, no, and I know your objective was good, but you still hurt him in the outcome. But that is who Liv is. Like, she don't want to hurt people, and if she can get out of there, she would. Look at how many times she dodged talking about Summer. She dodged talking about Summer. She dodged talking about Summer. And she'd rather help somebody do something else than talk about Summer. Even with the Vanessa thing, she even let the whole Vanessa fiasco go on for a while before she finally spoke up and said something about it. That's who Liv is. So I understand why she ran. I'm still upset that she ran. I know people in the comments was coming for me talking, I know you didn't come for Liv. Yes, I'm still mad that she ran, because ultimately she did hurt Spencer. And everything has a cause and effect. Everything has a cause. If she would have stayed, or if she would have answered the phone, Layla wouldn't have had no chance. They would not have slept together whatsoever. Would have had no chance. But she didn't answer. So not only did she leave, she didn't answer, and that was the cause that led to the effect of him and Layla even meeting in the room, and then Layla confessing her feelings, and then what transpired to them having sex. That would have never happened if she would have stayed or if she was on the phone. Somebody was going to get hurt. Somebody was going to get hurt. It was most likely going to be Layla, because they were setting her up for that the entire Vegas trip for not involving Spencer. But I just wanted to get my spiel on where do I think the characters are going to go from here. I think their relationship is going to end for now. Do I think it's going to end forever? No. However, I do think Liv and Layla's relationship wasn't really a friendship. Once Liv slept with Asher, I think their true friendship died there. I think they've been a situationship ever since. Like, cause every time something spiteful happened, boom. Like Liv cut her off. I think it was Liv that cut her off. It was just before saying like, they kind of like, or was it Layla? It was one of them that cut each other off when they say, just too hard to trying to be their friend. Like they were just trying too hard. Like look how much damage they were doing. Like I feel like they was a situationship the entire time from there, and they still now. I do think they need to separate. I do. I think they need to just be associates. When I see you, it's cool, but we don't need to be hanging out like that. My honest opinion. Her and Spencer, I don't think they're gonna come together for a while. Maybe tail end of the season, and Spencer will have to figure it out until then. So again, we gotta get depressed Spencer. Might get Layla and Christian, and we're gonna see Liv try to get back on that horse. Who's gonna help her? Who knows? But if you enjoyed my hot topic for All American Season 3, then let me know if you want me to continue doing this, and I'll start doing other topics that come to mind and whatnot. Let me know, where do you think these 3 characters are gonna go? Like, will their friendship last? Do you think 2 episodes or so, 2 episodes go past, they're gonna mend fences? Like, let me know in the comments below. If you stayed here this entire time, then I appreciate you. And we're gonna end the video here. If you liked it, of course, run the thumbs up, as it helps. If you're new to this channel and not a part of the Dream Squad, then show some love by hitting that sub, clicking the noti bell, hitting all, and sharing like you can. And we'll see you in the next video. All right, we out. Peace.
You just come running by.